I'm almost done with my with my e-book. Is this the Reebok or the Nike? Hello everyone and welcome to my first video in 2021. My name is Elisa and today we are making a doll that I wanted to make for such a long time. I will be making Zerotwo from Darling in the Franxx in her red mecha suit. But before we get into the doll repainting, I have some big announcements to make. First of all, Bean's Kickstarter campaign is running right now and is almost over. So if you want to support the Kickstarter campaign, grab one of the little kitties or other rewards such as pins or stickers, now is the chance. You can find the link to the Kickstarter campaign in the description box below. It's all or nothing. I can only get Bean produced if the Kickstarter campaign will be successful. When the campaign will be successful though, I will make a video where I will repaint one of the vinyl figurines and will name all the supporters of the campaign in that video. And now for the next big announcement. I'm almost done with my ebook on doll shoe making. It'll be released on February 15th at 9 p.m. CET. It features 5 different pairs of shoes and multiple different techniques on how to make shoes. You can even buy the version with the 3D files, so you can get the shoe bases printed at a 3D printing service or at home if you own a 3D printer. However, it's not necessary to own a 3D printer. You can just sculpt the bases by hand. I will include all the blueprints and measurements for that. The link to the product page can already be found in the description box below, but it will only be released on February 15th. But the link is there so that you can save the link already. Also, 300k contest is still going on, of course. All the information can be found in the description box below as well. Alright, but now, without further ado, let's finally start on the doll. For Zerotwo, I'm going to use this Elizabeth doll. Let's make her face and hair magically disappear first. Great! Now I remove the head and all the stubbles from it. I cut the head open and will glue it with a finger snap. Bam! Alright, let's get started on the face. I first blush it a little with some skin tones to make it less pink. Since Zerotwo's hair is pink already, I didn't want the head to have exactly the same shade. Then I start by adding some blushing to her cheeks first. I also add some pinks to the lips as well. And now it gets interesting. I have to admit I stumbled upon an artist crisis while making the face up for Zerotwo. You know, one of these crises where you start to make something, you like it, and then you slowly start to hate it and fall down a rabbit hole that makes you question your whole existence as an artist. Why did I become an artist? I'm not worthy! So yeah, I ended up making 2 face-ups for Zerotwo because I wasn't satisfied with how the face-up on the left turned out in the end, so I decided to paint a second monster I had and wanted to decide in the end which face I wanted to use. I thought it would be very interesting for you to see both processes, so I split up the screen so you can see the process on both faces. I started by giving both a basic eye shape first. The difference in the eye shape is not so big, but it will make a big difference in the end. I usually sketch out eyes with brown pencils first to figure out which shape works good for the face. Here you can see that on the right face I added lashes and shading on the eye already completely without even drawing the second eye in detail, while on the left face up I sketched out both eyes first. It shows that there is no rule on how to draw your faces, even I vary it a lot of times. I'm adding detail to the face on the right and eyebrows to the face on the left. Then I'm giving color to the irises on both faces. I sometimes use pastel for the iris and sometimes pencils. As you can see, I didn't make the eyebrows on the right face pink. I just thought it didn't look that good in the end with pink eyebrows. All in all, the face up on the left is more anime-ish, which I hoped would work, but the more realistic face up seemed to be a better match for the face sculpt. You can see me add more and more details to both faces, such as lashes, shading, eyebrow hairs, and so on. I'm deepening the colors and also add zerotwo's significant 3 little triangle lashes to both faces. Now there are just highlights and final touches missing. While I'm whitening the sclera on the right, I'm painting catch lights into the eyes on the left face up. Here you can see me add glitters and shimmers to the cheeks. These always give the face such a beautiful finishing touch. And of course, gloss can't be missing on the lips as well. And here are both faces. I don't hate the left face, but I just kind of like the vibe of the right face more. It fits my style more than this stylized anime look. I'm pretty sure that some of you might like the left face up more than the other, but I always have to listen to my gut, and that's why I decided to give the face a second try. And I'm much happier with this decision. Alright, onto her wig. Here you can see me just gluing yarn wefts I made from pink acrylic yarn directly onto her head. I start in the back of her head and work layer by layer all the way up and around the head. You've seen this process a lot of times, so I want to take the time and let you know that I've started uploading a lot of videos on my TikTok lately. If you don't follow me there, please do for funny videos in between. Here I'm almost at the top of the parting line. Before brushing the hair down and cutting it, it looks always super funky. After gluing the parting wefts down, I flip them in the opposite direction and comb them down. If necessary, I trim any excess. And there's the hair all done. Yay! Time for the body. I decided to remove the sculpted panties and will paint zerotwo's bodysuit directly onto the doll because I could never make it so nicely tight fitting by sewing. I first use an exactly... Whoop, there's a typo in my script. I meant to say I use an X-Acto knife to cut off some of the sculpted parts. This is tedious, but it's really worth it. After that I'm going in with sandpaper. I used 280 grit sandpaper here. And now I just have to sand for about an eternity and pose the doll in very ominous yoga poses to get to all corners. I also sanded away all the seam lines on the doll legs and arms. Then I just airbrushed the doll body red with some acrylic paint. To prevent the joints as good as possible from chipping, I'm using multiple layers of pastel chalk dust, and this is super clear. The particles are so microscopic that it stays to the joints than a rather thick layer of paint. Then I'm removing the masking tape and can start sketching out the white lines on the bodysuit. It's easier if you paint them with a white pencil first, because you can erase mistakes easier than with paint. It was difficult to make them symmetrical because of the curve of the body, but I just took my time and turned the body upside down and back a lot to make the lines match. When I was done with sketching out the lines, I started to go in with white acrylic paint. It looks so satisfying how I apply the paint in the sped up version, but that day my hands were so shaky from having a rather too strong coffee that I had a hard time painting those lines. For the 3-dimensional pieces, my friend Blue Pixie, who is an amazing 3D artist, did the sculpting job, and I printed them out of some red translucent resin. Here you can see me releasing the parts from the supports and cleaning them up with rubbing alcohol. I had to paint them with a layer of red again though, because the red didn't quite match the color of the suit. I also added the white details to the helmet piece with white acrylic paint. It was tricky to paint those circles, but also a lot of fun. After I was done painting the parts, it was time to glue them onto the body. First I have to glue together the spine and helmet piece though. I used some Uhu glue for that. I also finished the painting job on the body by adding some darker shades of red to the side of the bodysuit and the hands. Then I took the spine part and applied some glue onto it. I thread the neck through the hole of the helmet piece and attach the whole thing to the doll body. After all pieces were glued on, it looked like that. And yeah, I completely forgot to give her the golden upper arm bracelet that her suit has, and didn't even realize until I wrote the voiceover for this video. I added it later with some golden vinyl though. Now the last thing I did was glazing the whole body with a layer of Liquitex high gloss varnish. I wanted the suit to have that shiny finish because it fits the aesthetic so well and also protects any paint from chipping. Now onto the shoes. I found some Scare Screams shoes in my doll clothing box and decided to just paint them red. I just had to add the white stripes to them with acrylic paint. I actually did that on live stream. If you want to see me doing repaints and craftings, consider following me on Twitch. I started streaming there again after I could finally set up my streaming stuff in the new studio. I'd be happy if you come by and say hi sometime. We are currently trying to reach a community challenge goal so that I get some Phalal Vision glasses and trying to do a repaint with them. It's basically as if I would try to repaint a doll drunk. And yeah, shoes done! Now she only needs the little headband with the horns. Blue Pixie also sculpted this amazingly and I printed it in white. I just had to paint the horns red and make the white even a little wider. And yeah, all painted! Are you ready for the finished result?
僕、君に興味あるかも。僕のダーリンにならない？
Here she is, Zerotwo. I wasn't sure if I would like the painted on bodysuit at first, but I love it. It looks perfect and I'm so eternally happy with this doll. I really want to make more characters from animes. It's so much fun. What do you like about her? And do you have a favorite anime waifu? Oh god, did I really just say that? Oh well, please let me know in the comments below. And here she is, all done. It was so fun to make her and I can't wait for my next doll project. If you liked this doll and this video as well, please consider like, subscribe, hit the little bell notification and leave a comment for the algorithm to pick up on the video. Also, big shout out to all my patrons for their incredible support. You helped me so much to reach my goals and I'm so grateful for that. Also, if you become my patron or my Twitch subscriber, you can get access to the Moonlight Discord server. There you can chat with me or other artists on their current projects. Thank you guys so much for watching, see you in the next video and have a beautiful creative day.